Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Drew back here with Droober. You know, s- doing that Droober life. Anyways, I was worked last night. I worked for about 5 hours. Made 150 bucks driving. Drove a little over 150 miles. Um, so Let's see, let's break that down. 150 divided by 5 hours would be 30 bucks an hour. So that's not too bad. That's pretty good. And I'm pretty much made the dollar a mile goal that I like to make. So last night was a pretty good night in terms of profits and other things, and not necessarily working as long as I had been the other nights and made almost the same amount of money. So that was good. Didn't really have any crazy customers last night or anyone that was doing any crazy rides. So yeah, it was a pretty smooth night for me. It was raining a lot last night, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. Um, you know, making the amount of money that I did or not. I still haven't been able to figure out if it's more profitable when it's raining out or not, and what night that it might be, you know, more profitable. Like, obviously, Friday nights are probably going to be more profitable than Monday nights. But sometimes, sometimes it's not. I don't know. It's kind of weird like that. So, anyways, we're going to go out tonight. Probably going to try to head out about, I don't know, 10:30, 11 tonight, and work till about 5 or 6 in the morning. That's what I've been doing this week. It's been working out pretty good for me. Um, Last night I got a little tired and I dropped someone off at the airport. And there's this spot not too far from the airport. It's like maybe a mile from the airport, and there's like a parking lot there you can go and park in, and you can actually park there and wait for rides um, from the airport. I don't really do that too often. I've talked to other people that were Uber drivers, that I've given rides, and they they've said that that's a pretty good deal. Getting rides from the airport. The only thing with that is sometimes you can get, rides that are far away. Like I've gotten them to Salem before, which is about an hour away from Portland airport. And I, the last time I did, it was like 3 in the morning when I got that ride, and so I drove the people down to Salem, and I was like, dang, I hope I might just be working in Salem for the rest of the morning, instead of driving back and wasting time and gas without getting any rides. And luckily, um, for me, I got a ride request on the way there when I was almost in Salem, to come back to Portland, or actually Gresham. So I lucked out that day and got a ride immediately back to Portland or Gresham area. And so that is one of the things coming from the airport. You might get taken, you know, quite a bit farther than what you were planning on going, or um, especially if you're driving at night like me. Um, yeah, driving at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting a ride back to Portland. Um, probably pretty slim chances. There might be someone trying to go back to the airport. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Was like, I hope someone needs a ride back to the airport, this morning. But yeah, luckily a girl had went to a concert and her friend had left her, which is kind of messed up. Or actually, not kind of, it's pretty messed up. And so she didn't have a ride home, and so she had to get an Uber, and that happened to be me. So that was anyways, I got kind of off of a tangent there, but so yeah, there's a spot by the airport here that you can park and wait for rides from the airport. So I went there and just kind of rested for, I don't know, probably about a half hour, 40 minutes. Um, and I didn't take any rides during that time. I just shut the app off, started it back up, and yeah, got a ride probably within, I don't know, 5 minutes of me starting it back up. So, I mean, that's always an option, if you're working late, or if you want to start out, is just going straight to an airport. If you're close to an airport in your city, or if you are driving here in Portland, there is that spot. If you guys don't know about it, tonight I'll see what street that is that you turn down to go to it, and I'll let everyone know on the next video. So if you're driving in Portland or the Portland area and out at the airport, or want to go out to the airport and don't know where that spot is, because I just found it not that long ago, kind of by accident, randomly. Um, so, and it's not like it's this super crazy hard spot to find. It just, if you don't know, you don't know. So, anyways, I'll share that information. I'll see what it is tonight. So like I said, I don't know what the name of this street is right off the top of my head. But yeah, I'll let you guys know about that information in the next video. And then, yeah, so I was saying about that. What else did we have going on last night? Um, like I said, it was a pretty just smooth, easy night. Not too much waiting in between rides. I did have that little break between. Like I said, it was like, I think it was about 3:30 a.m. when I pulled into that spot, and I was there till about 4:30 a.m. Um, so there was a little break in there where I wasn't working. Uh, Took a little nap, got recharged, and then ended up working till what was it? I think almost 6. So, uh, yeah, like I said, about 5 hours. I think it was a little bit over 5 hours. $150. I think it was like 160 miles I drove, or 150 something, just a little over. So I didn't quite make that dollar a mile goal that I like to make, but if I get close to it, it's not that big of a deal to me. Maybe it is to other people and what their goals are. If you have a dollar per mile or an amount per mile goal that you like to make, let me know in the comments. And what's your hourly wages you like to make, and um, money per mile. Like I said, I like to make at least $25 an hour and $1 per mile. So what I mean by that is, if I make $150 driving and I drove 123 miles, that means I made more than $1 a mile. because $1 a mile would have been $123. So that's how I look at it. I don't know if that's a good way to look at it, but I feel like that's, I don't know, seems like pretty good profit margin, I guess. I did end up getting gas last night, and that cost me around $45. So if you took that off of straight off the top of my earnings last night, you know, I only made $105. Um, so $105 for 5 hours is, you know, closer to $20 an hour. Um, and then that takes my mileage um, per hour or per dollar amount down as well. But I also kind of look at it too as I'm not using my full tank of gas for one night. So I would probably split that $45 into halves or thirds, because I can usually get about 2 to 3 nights out of a tank of gas, depending on how much I drive. Um, so if I did 150 and 150 tonight, I could probably get almost three out of a tank. So I would then divide that number by three, and then, you know, there's different ways to look at it. You know, you could take it off the top the first night when you pay for it, and then everything after that, you know, is pretty much profit from, you know, you don't have to minus gas costs from it, from your profits. Um, Sometimes I do that, but usually um, I kind of just look at it as it took me this much money to make this much money. I almost feel like that's an easier way to look at it. It took me $20 to make $150. So, you know, that's how I look at it. Let me know how you guys, you know, look at your um, profit margin equations, I guess you would call it. Um, what else is going on? Just still waiting on my the USCIS to make a decision about uh, granting my fiance a visa. We're still waiting to hear back from that. I should hear back either tomorrow or next week with their decision. So fingers crossed that it's approved, and hopefully here in a couple months I'll be going back to Kenya and hanging out there for a little bit and bringing my fiance back. So I'm trying to get all the things put in motion for that. Again, you know, if anyone else is going through a K1 visa process, or is looking to start the K1 visa process and wants to know some more information, you could hit me up in the comments as well. I read the comments, and so anyone that's going through that process, or maybe even just curious about that process in general, yeah, let me know. So, anyways, guys, that's what I got going on for last night, and then tonight I'm gonna head out here in a few hours and see what I can do tonight, and I'll get the road where that places where you can go wait at the airport, um, just in case people don't know where that is. I don't know if that's in every city that the airport's at. I just know about Portland Airport, PDX. So hopefully everyone is doing all right and making money with Uber and just um, just be consistent with it. Like I said, on the first video, that's one of the best things, is to be consistent with it, and even I struggle with that. It's kind of hard to do if you got other things going on in life and you're tired and you know just all these other things going on. So that'd be my advice: is to be consistent, be willing to look at it maybe in a couple different ways. That way, it doesn't necessarily seem like everything's super hard or as a big a struggle as it is, and just stay positive. That would be my message to everyone. Stay positive. Um, there's always light after a dark day, and um, we just got to remember that. You know, being positive is what helps, and if you can keep a positive attitude and positive energy, that's infectious, and other people will see that and promote that type of vibe as well. So, with that being said, positive vibes and energy to everyone. Much love. Peace.